Welcome to Cornerstone Christian School's final production for 2015 of Much Ado About Nothing. Bob, thank you for seeing us through many illnesses and more illnesses and more illnesses to our final production. We pray that you strengthen our actors and actresses, help them to be loud and clear and to enunciate, and keep them from hurting themselves. Please heal them, and may we have energy and skill to give our audience the money's worth. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Couple things. Like your shirt. My wife bought it for me, and I was doing out of the house like this, and she said, "That looks dorky." So I did this, and I got 25 compliments. So coaches can dress like coaches at games, and a director can dress like a director, which is not much. And the laughter brings something to mind. When we were getting ready, I pointed out to the kids that they've come through a lot of hard times, their families have this year. If you know our cast, you can remember some of the very hard things that happened. And when you think of our country, you think of the church, Christians overseas, there's a lot of sad stuff happening, a lot of very tragic, horrible things happening. And it would be easy to say, how can you laugh in the face of that? And the answer is because Jesus has already won. Amen. And nothing the world can do to us here is permanent. Every sadness, every cross, every thorn is temporary. And we can laugh it off because our Father's already laughing. So, this is a comedy. It's supposed to be funny. We think it's funny. We hope you think it's funny. And so, in the spirit of that, we'd like you, by faith, to step out and laugh at things you have not yet seen, just to loosen things up. So if you wouldn't mind, on three. In unity in Christ. On three. 1, 2, 3. Please no flash photography, but anything else that doesn't distract the person behind you is a bright screen is fine. We did do cast pictures last night, so those should be up, probably already up on people's websites all over the place. Bathrooms, women's, men's. Please no food items or anything besides water in here, contract with the church, and general politeness and such. And when we're done, you would make sure to clean up around where you are. Tomorrow we come to worship. So we want to leave it very nice. And also say that this is what you want if you can, because we have a catch party afterwards. We're required to go to. The play, the synopsis. It's a very simple plot line. It just occurred to me we didn't even put a synopsis in the program because you don't need one. The men have been off to war, the women have been alone, praying, worrying, lonely, and suddenly the men come back and it's a party, it's a celebration. Except there's a snake in the garden, as is the way of such things, who tries to stir things up. And because God's people fall victim to gossip and half-hearing things and acting on things that aren't true, it almost ends very badly. But it's a comedy, so you know how comedy is. There's a wedding at the end. It's a comedy, it goes without saying. That's all you really need to know. It's funny, we hope, and occasionally we make it funnier. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. But it should be good. Shakespeare wrote another time, another place, at a time when Christian sensibilities were not necessarily as today. So if something seems a little, can they say that? You wouldn't believe the stuff we trimmed down. But it's good natured, they know what they're doing, and we hope and pray. This This is honoring to our Lord, and we hope that you enjoy it. This is those that we get to hear. Silence, please silence things that make noise. That doesn't include children. But if you do have babies and they start squawking, you should be getting them out sooner than later. That you know. Aside from that, I think we're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, much ado about nothing.
There's a kind of merry war between Senior Benedict and her. They never meet, but there is a skirmish of wit between the two.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went tossing off. But I pray you, who is his companion? For he hath a new sworn brother every month.
Is it possible?
It is very easily possible. He wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat, it ever changing with the next block.
I see, lady. The gentleman was not in your books.
No, and were he, I would burn my study. Oh. But I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squire that would voyage with him to the temple?
He is in most company with the right noble Claudia.
Oh, he will hang upon him like a disease, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio, for if he hath caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
My niece, you'll never run mad.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro has approached.
Good Signor Leonato. Are you come to meet your trouble? The fashion of this world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never has trouble come in the likeness of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you leave, sorrow doth abide, and happiness takes its leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in health, sir, that you asked her?
Senior Benedict, no. For you were just a child at the time.
You have it full, Benedict. Surely the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
If Signor Leonato be her father, then she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina as like him as she is.
I wonder you'd still be talking, Senior Benedict. Nobody marks you.
My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible the same should die while she is such meat food to feed as a Senior Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain when you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turn. But it is certain that I am loved of all ladies. Only you accepted, and I would that I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart. Truly, I love none.
A dear happiness to women. Or else they would have been trouble with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I'm of your humor for that. For I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swears he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape the predestined scratched face.
Scratching cannot make twerse, and twerse to face as yours were.
Then you're a rare pair, teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I will my horse have the speed of your tongue and submit to condition. Your way. God's name.
He always ends with the jade's trick. I know you, old.
That is the sum of all, Leonato. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my good friend Leonato has invited you all. I tell him we shall stay at least a month. And he hardly takes some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he's no disgrace but grace in the heart.
My lord, if you swear by it, you shall not be forsworn. I bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled with the prince your brother, I owe all duty to thee.
I thank you. I have not many words, but I thank you.
Lead on, your grace. Lead on.
By your leave, Leonato, we will go together.
Benedict, didst thou know the daughter of Signor Leonato? I never did not. Or would you have me speak after my cousin as being the best pirate of your sex?
No, I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Why, methinks her too low for a high praise, too proud for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome, and being no other than she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in scorn. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her? Can the world buy such a jewel? Yea, and a case to put it into.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady e'er I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such match. There's your cousin, and were she not possessed with such a fury, doth exceed her as much in beauty as much as the first of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband on me, have you?
I would scarce trust myself if I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Has it come to this? Well, never yet, that's what 3 again. Look, the prince has returned to seek you.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
Hear me, Mario? I can be as secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so. But on my allegiance, mark you, on my allegiance. He is in love. With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark his answer. With Hero, Leonardo's daughter.
If this were so were it utter.
Like the old tale, it's what not so, nor is not so, but God forbid it should be so.
If my passion changed not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Amen, if you love her, for the lady is well worthy.
Thou speakest this to fetch me in, my lord.
Oh, by my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two-face and trust, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved nor know how she is worthy is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die to that mistake.
Well, thou wast ever an obstinate heretic and a despot of beauty.
Yes, and never to maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I think. That she likewise brought me up, I give her most humble thanks. But all women shall pardon me, because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust me. I will do myself the right to trust none. And the fine is, for which I may go the finer, I will look back.
I shall see thee ere I die, look pale with love.
With sickness, with anger, or with hunger, my lord, but not with love. Prove that ever I lose more blood with love than I shall get again by drinking. Pluck out mine eyes with validator's pen and hang me up for the sign of a blind Cupid.
Well, heaven thou dost fall for his fate. Thou wilt prove a notable argument.
If I do, hang me in a bottle like a catfish.
Well, as in time, this savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck out the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, like 3 Bible pages, and in such great letters as they write, "Here is good horse for hire." Let them signify under my sign, "Here you may see Benedict, the married man."
Well, you will temporize with the hour, Signor Benedict. In the meantime, repair to Leonato's, commend him to me, and tell him I shall not fail him at supper. For indeed, he hath made great preparations.
I have almost enough in me to make such message, so I commend you.
To the tuition of God. From my house, if I had it.
The 6th of July, your loving friend, Benedict.
Hey, not. Ere you flout old ends, examine your consciences. So I live.
Teach it, but how? And thou shalt see how apt it is to learn. Any hard lessons which may do thee good.
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
My lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye. That life had a rougher task in hand than to drive lightning in the name of love. But now I have returned. Those war thoughts have left their places vacant. And in their roots come thronging soft and delicate desires. All prompting me on how fair young Hero is, saying I left her ere I went to wars.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, and tired here with the book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I will work with your father, and thou shalt have it. Was not this the end that thou began to twist so fine the story?
How sweetly do you minister to love, that no love's grief price unquestioned. But lest my liking my too sudden seem, I would have salved it with a longer treatise.
Oh, what deemed the bridge much broader than the flood? The fair strength its necessity. 'Tis once thou lovest, and I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have revelry tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio, and I'll take her here in prisoner, the strong portion encounters mine, amorous ale, and I will break with her father, and thou shalt have her. The conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice of the
How now, brother?
Brother! I to tell you strange news I did drums matter.
Are they good?
They have good cover. They show well outward. The Prince and Count Claudio, walking in my portrait, were thus overheard by a madam. The Prince discovered Claudio, and they loved my niece, your daughter, meant to go to this night in a dance. Meant, on recordings, meant to take the present time and talk, and instantly break with you of it. But the fellow in you wit that told you this, a good, sharp fellow.
I will acquaint my daughter with all, to better prepare herself for the question, if peradventure this be true.
What's the news here, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measuring the occasion at breeze. Therefore, sadness is without limit.
You should be grateful.
But I have heard it! What place is there?
If not in prosperity, at least in patient sufferance.
I cannot hide where I am. I must be sad without a cause. Smile at no man's chest. Even at no man's leisure. Sleep, when I am drowsy, attend no man's business. But, when I am there, thought no man is humor.
Yea, but you must make full show of this, so you may do so without control. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he has taken you newly into his grace, whereby it's impossible you should take true roots, but by the fair weather that you make yourself. It is needful that you frame this season for your own purpose.
I would rather be a canker than a hedge, than a rose disgrace. I do not protest to you flattering an honest man. It must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I have trusted with the muzzle. I have decreed not to sting with my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. Until then, let me be that I am, and sting not all to me.
You make no use of your discontent.
I make no use of it, for I use it only. What news, Horatio?
I a great supper. The Prince, your brother, is being royally entertained by Leonato. I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Would serve for any model to build my mission upon? Who is he for a fool who betrothed himself to one likeness?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite client?
Proper squire. And who? Which way is he?
Marion. Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
A very forward marship.
I have heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself. Oh, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food for my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Come, let us to the great supper.
We will wait upon your lordship.
Was not Count John at supper?
I saw him not.
God's pardon me, that looks. I can never see him, but I have heartburn an hour after. He is of a very melancholy disposition. He were an excellent man that remained just in the midway between him and Benedict. The one, too like an image and says nothing. The other, too like a lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
So have Senior Benedict's tongue and Count John's mouth, and have Count John's melancholy in Senior Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man could win any woman in the world, if he could get her goodwill.
You will never get thee a husband if you be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she is too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God sending that way. First said, God sends a cursed cow short horns. But to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So in being too cursed, God will send you no horns?
Just, if he sends me no husband, for the which I am asked upon my knees every morning and evening. I cannot endure a husband with a beard. I'd rather lie in the womb.
You may light upon a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman. He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me. And he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore, I shall take 6 pence to Bayward and lead my apes into hell.
So go you into hell?
No, but to the gate. And there will the devil meet me and say, get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here is no place for you maids. So deliver I up my apes and away to St. Peter's for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and then live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, my niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith, it is my cousin's due to make curtsy and say, Father, as it pleases you.
You may get yourself a husband.
No, not till God make man of some other metal than earth. Would it not grieve a woman to be overmatched and mastered with a piece of valiant dust? To account for a life to a plot of wayward marble? No, uncle, all none. Adam's sons are my brethren, and I truly hold it a sin to match with mine.
My daughter, if the prince do solicit you in this matter, you know your answer.
The fault is not in the music, cousin, you do not prove it. If the prince is too important, tell him there's a measure in everything, and therefore, turns out the answer.
You apprehend casting shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
Make your room, the revelers are in here.
word I am not.
Come, come. You could never do him so ill. Well, unless you were the very man. Go to Mom. You are he. Graces will appear, and there is him.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are.
Not now.
That it was disdainful, and I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Why, this is Sir Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
No, I believe me.
Did he ever make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's court jester. Very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. I'm sure he's somewhere in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
Well, I've come to know the gentleman. I will tell him what you say.
Do. He'll break a comparison or two on me, which, peradventure, not marked or laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. But then there's a partridge we can say, for the fool have no supper that night. We must follow these.
Every good thing.
Sure, my brother's heir is some hero. Here's drawn with the father's caricature about it. The ladies follow her, but one buys her ring.
And that is Claudio. I know him by the bearing.
Are you not, Signor Benedict?
Oh, you know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near to my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray, dissuade him from her. She is no equal to him in his birth. You will do the part of an honest man.
I'll know you, he loves her.
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too. He swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the great supper.
I was answering in the name of Benedict. We hear these ill news of the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so, the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore let all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself and trust no agents. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Come, Claudio.
Yea, sing.
Come. Will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next level, counting about your own business. Come. What fashion will you wear the garland of? Will you wear it about your neck like a usurer's chain? Or under your scarf, under your arms like a lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for the prince hath
I've got your hero.
I wish him joy for her.
Do you think the prince would have served you thus?
Pray you leave me.
Oh no, you strike like a blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole the meat, and you'll be supposed.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Lad, poor hurt thou. Now you creep in his vengeance. That my Lady Beatrice should know me, and yet not know me. The prince's jester. Maybe that I go by that title because I'm married, but so am I apt to do myself wrong. It is the base of bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world in her person, and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
I found him here melancholy, and I offered him my company to a willow, either to make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy who, being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion, and he takes it.
Wilt thou make a fault in the transgression? The fault is in the stealer.
Yet it had not been amiss that the garland had been made of the rod too. For the garland he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed on you, who, as I take it, has stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing and in return them to the owner.
Their singing answer your saying. Then you say on.
The Lady Beatrice has a quarrel with you. The gentleman she danced with said that she is much wronged by you.
She misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak with but one green leaf on it would have answered her. A very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking that I'd been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than great thought. Talk not of her. I wish some scholar would conjure her, for certainly while she is present, a man may live as quiet in his hell as in a sanctuary, and people would sit upon purpose just so they could go thither.
Look, here she comes.
If can do any service to the world's end, I will go now on the slightest errand to the antipodes that you can devise to send me on. Fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest edge of Asia, do you any embassage to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. Have no employment for me?
None. But you desire your good company.
Sir, there's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, you have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He had lent it to me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for a single one. Mary comes to he would have me a false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should reprove the mother of fools. I have brought you Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you measured sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil Count, civil as an orange. In something of that jealous complexion?
In faith, lady, I think your blazons are true, though I'll be sworn his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is one. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of our marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes, for his grace has made the match, and all his grace shall say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I would be not little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give myself to you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, I think it. Poor fool. Keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin whispers in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she does, cousin.
Thus everyone goes to roll that I may sit in a corner and cry, hi ho for a husband!
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I read one of your father's innings. Has your grace and your brother like to do? Your father got excellent husbands, if a maid become idle.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. I beseech your grace. Pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, for to be merry best become you. Without a question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my lord. My mother cried. And then there was a star dance, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
My niece, can you take care of the things I told you of?
I cry mercy, uncle. By your grace's pardon.
By my troth, take pleasant spirits, lady.
There is little of the melancholy element. She's never sad but when she sleeps. For my daughter says, even when she dreams of unhappiness, she wakens herself with laughter.
She cannot endure your tale of a husband.
Nay, she mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
They wouldn't be a week married till they drove each other mad.
Conte Claudio, when me and you to go to the church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches, so love have its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is just hence the 7th night away. And the time too brief to have all things answered in my head.
Come, you shake your head at so long a breathing. The time should not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to take Signor Benedict and Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, one with the other. I would fain have it matched, but I doubt not to fashion it. If you three will minister your assistance, I will give you direction.
My lord, I am with you, though it cost me 10 tonight.
And I, my lord.
And you, gentle hero.
I will do any not stop this, my lord. Help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopefullest of husbands that I know. Thus far I can praise him. He is of noble strength, of confirmed modesty, and approved valor. I will teach your daughter how to minister to Lady Beatrice, that she will fall in love with Benedict, and I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict that, despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he will fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid will no longer be an archer, for his glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods.
It is so that Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonata.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. How canst thou cross in this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman a hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instance of the night, appoint her to look out our mistress's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in me to go temper. Go now to your brother. Spare not tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio. whose estimation you mightily hold up to a contaminated stale such sort as hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo hero, and kill Leonardo. Look you for any other issue?
Only to dispute them? I will endure it.
Go now, find me a Guido to draw Don Pedro and Count Claudio love. Tell him that you know that hero loves me, and intend a kind of zeal to both the prince and Claudio, as if you were in love with your brother's honor who has made his match and his friend's reputation, who will thus be tricked with the semblance of a maid. They have just discovered this. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances, they'll bear no less likelihood to see me at her mistress's chamber window. Here me called to Margaret, hero, and here Margaret called to me, Borachio. In the meantime, I will so fashion that hero shall be absent. They'll be so seemingly true of hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance and the preparation overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put thee into practice, be cunning of the working of this. Thy fee is 1,000 ducats?
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunningness shall not shame me.
I will presently go and learn the day of marriage. I do much wonder that one man thinks how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behavior to the love will, after laughing at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love himself. Such a man as Claudio. He was wont to speak plain to the purpose like an honest man and soldier. Now, his words are a very fantastic banquet. May heard it and see with these eyes? I think not. I cannot tell. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another woman wise, yet I am well. Another woman virtuous, yet I am well. But until all three graces come in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, well done. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen for her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Noble, or not I for an angel of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of whatever color, please, God. Look, the prince wants you dead. Don't hide me behind thy arbor.
I'll still believe me it is. See where Benedict hath hid himself? Oh, very well, my lord. Leonardo, what was it you told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, is in love with Benedict?
Oh, aye. Stock on, stock on. Her bow sixth. I never did think that lady could have loved any man.
Nay, nor I neither. Especially Signor Benedict. But it is so wonderful that she should so dote upon him that in all outward appearances seemed ever to abhor. By my troth, she loves him with the most enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she does counterfeit.
Think like enough.
Counterfeit? Counterfeit? There has never been counterfeit. So near the life of passion as she so discovers it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Faith of a quell, this fish will bite.
What affects my lord? What affects my lord? You heard my daughter tell us how.
How, I pray you. You most amaze me. I would have thought your spirit invincible to all assaults of affection.
Expect swears she never will. That is her torment.
Tis true indeed. So says your daughter. So says your daughter.
Shall I? You're so off in front of you this story. Write to you that I love you.
This says she now, and she sits up 20 times a night in her smock till she has written him a sheet of paper.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, where she was reading the paper and found Benedict and Beatrice in between the sheets. Oh. She tore that letter into 1,000 bits, railed at herself for being so modest as to write to one that would surely flower. I measure him by myself. For if he writ to me, I would surely flout him. Even though I loved him, I should.
And then down in front of me she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, raves, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict! God, give me patience.
My daughter's affair that the ecstasy may so overboard her that she may do a desperate outrage to herself. This is very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would but make sport of her and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were almost to hang him. She were an excellent, sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
She is exceedingly wise.
In everything but loving Benedict. I would she have bestowed this dotage on me. I would have doffed all other respects and made her half myself. But I pray you, go seek Benedict and hear what he'll say.
For good, you think?
Hero thinks surely she will die. Or she says she will die if he love her not. And she will die if she make her love known to him. And she will die if he woo her. Rather, he will bait one breath of her accustomed crosses.
She doth well. If she should make tender her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you know, has a contemptible spirit.
He's a very proper man.
He has a good outward happiness.
Before God and in my mind, very wise.
He shows some sparks that are like wit. I'm sorry, Prince. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of the love?
Never tell her, Leslie. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
No, that were impossible. She will wear her heart out first.
Well, we'll hear her further by your daughter. Let it cool a while. I love Benedict well, and I wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
My lords, will you walk with me? Dinner is ready.
If we do not go on her upon this, I shall never trust my expectation.
Let the same net be spread for her that your daughter and her gentlewoman must carry. The sport of it will be when they hold an opinion of one another's dotage and no such matter. That is the scene I would like to see. Let us send her in to call him into supper. Oh.
This could be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of it from Hero. I seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me why it must be requited. I hear I'm censored. They say, I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. And they say, she would rather die than given a sign of affection. Never did think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear the distractions and can put them to mend. They say she is fair. It is just so, bear witness. And virtuous. 'Tis a truth, I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. By my faith, it is no great addition to her wit, nor argument to her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance suffer some odd quirks or remnants of wit because I have so long railed against theirs, but doth not the appetite change? If man loves me in his youth, then he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and papered bullets of the brain awe a man for the career of his humor? No. The world must be peopled. And if I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live to be married. Here comes Beatrice. By this stage, she's a fair lady. These nice and marks of love.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
I think.
I take no more pains for those things than you take pains to make me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the embassy.
Yea, senor. Just so much as you may take upon a nice point. You know something, senor? Very well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. No more pains for those things than you took pains to thank me. That's as much as to say any pains I take are as easy as things. As I do not love her, I am a villain. I will look at her picture.
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice. Whisper her ear until her eye and earnestly walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleashed bower. There will she hide her to listen our propose. This is thy office. Bear thee willing, and leave us alone.
Well, I will make her come presently, I warrant you.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace the Sally up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man demerits. My talk to thee will be of Pope Benedict, is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter, the little kids would got the arrow and only lose by hearsay. Now, begin to look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close by the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with golden oars the silver stream and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of dialogue.
Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false, sweet faith that we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
Oh! But are you certain that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new lord. never framed a woman's heart, a prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn like sparkling in her eyes. This pride and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matters else seem weak. She cannot love. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. And therefore, certainly, it were not good if she knew his love, lest she'll make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured. But she would spell him backward. If fair face, why, she would swear the gentleman should be her sister. If black, why, nature, drawing of an antic, made a foul blot. If speaking, why, baby, blown with all winds. In silence, by a block, boots with none. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue, that which sinfulness and merit purchaseth.
Sure, sure, such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so awed and from all fashions as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. She would laugh me out of myself. That's enough of that, with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with moths, which is as bad as die with tickling.
Tell her of it. Hear what she will say.
No. I will give it to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passions. And truly, I'll devise some honest slanders with which to save my cousin. One does not know how much an ill word may poison liking.
Oh, you cannot do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment. Having so swift and excellent a wit as she is so prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He was the only man of Italy, always excepting my dear Claudio.
Signor Benedict. For shape, for bearing, argument, and valor. Yes, he goes foremost in report through all of Italy.
Indeed, he had an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it ere he had it. Oh, come, when are you married, madam?
Why, every day. Tomorrow. Come, go in.
Oh. She's blind, I warned you. We've caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with chaps.
The fire's in my ears. Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Content farewell. Made him pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I shall requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. For if thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves together in a holy band. For others' sake thou dost deserve, and I believe it, better than reportingly.
I do but stay till your marriage be consummate. Then I go to Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord.
Nay, how can be bold for Benedict in his company? For from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth. He hath twice or thrice cut Cupid's bowstring, and the little hangman dare not shoot at him. He has a heart as sound as a bell.
Gallant, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sad.
I hope he be in love.
Hanger, John, there's no true drop of blood in him to be truly touched with love. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have a toothache.
Right.
Hang it.
What side for toothache?
Well, everyone can master a grief except he that has it.
Yet say I, he be in love. If he is not in love with some woman, there is no believing old signs.
The greatest note of it is in his melancholy.
And when does he want to wash his face?
Yea, or to paint himself. Indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude. He is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
That I would know too. I warrant one that knows him not.
And in his ill conditions, and in spite of all,
Dies for him. Old Signor, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words that these haughty horses must not hear.
Oh, my life. To break with him about Beatrice.
'tis even so. Hero and Margaret by this time played their part with Beatrice. Then the two bears will not bite when they meet each other again.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good eve, brother.
I would speak with you,
In private.
if it please you. Yet, Count Claudio may hear, for what I speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows that I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter. For my brother, I think he holds you well and hath hope to infect your ensuing marriage. Surely, suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, in circumstances shortened, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady's disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Even she. Your hero, Leonardo's hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out of wickedness. I could say she or worse, think you have a worse title, and I will figure to it. Wonder not till further warned. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber went to enter it. Even the night before her wedding day. If you love her, then tomorrow marry her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
Can this be so?
I will not think it.
If you trust not that you see, confess not that you know, if you will come with me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight why I should not marry her, tomorrow, in front of the congregation, where I should wed her, there will I shame her.
And as I join with thee to woo her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
Grow this to a nurse. I will bear it coldly till midnight. I'll spare you no further. Do not consult her anymore until this issue is shown.
For they are hardly turned.
For mischief strangely thwarted.
A plague right well prevented. Show you shall stay when you have seen the secret. Master
Oh,
Constable.
you have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favor, sir, why, give God thanks and make no boast of it. And for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need for such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man to be constable of the watch. Therefore, there you, the lantern.
The lantern.
The lantern. Oh, wait.
The lantern.
The lantern. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all veteran men and bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Oh, well, why then, take no note of him, but let him go with bread be called the rest of the watch together. Thank God you were rid of the knee.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they have to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You are also to make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We would rather sleep than talk, for we know what belongs to watch.
Why, you speak like an ancient and most wise watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have care that your bills be not stolen. You are to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk, get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober, and if they make you not send a better answer, you may say they are not looking for them for.
Well, ma'am.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man, and for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall I not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think they that touch pitch shall be defiled. The most peaceful way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is and steal out of your company.
You have always been called a merciful man, Todd.
Truly, I would not take a dog by my will, much more man who hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call the nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and shall not hear us?
Why then, depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying, for the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it falls, will never answer to a cat when he pleads.
Very true, son.
This is the end of your charge. You, Master Constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stay.
Nay, my lady, I think he cannot.
5 shillings to 1 on it. With any man who knows the statute, he may stay here. Marry not without
The poor ones make what price they will.
I shoot!
Just out here somewhere.
No, 'twas the maid on the house.
Know that I have tonight wooed Margaret by the name of Hero. She leads me out her mistress's chamber window and bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this still violent. I should first tell you how the Prince, Count Claudio, and my master, planted, paid, placed, and possessed, all by my master, Don John, saw far off this amiable encounter in the orchard.
And thought that Margaret was here.
Two of them did, the Prince and Claudio, but the devil my master knew she was Margaret. Partly by the oaths which did possess them, partly by the dark night which did deceive them, but chiefly by my oath, which can confirm any slander that Don John has made. Away went Claudio so enraged. He swore he would meet her as he was appointed before the intended marriage, and before the whole congregation, shame her when he saw her overnight and send her home without a husband.
We charge you in the prince's name.
Call up the right master, constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that ever was found in the Commonwealth.
Masters.
Masters, speak not, we charge you. Let us obey you to go with us.
We are likely to be proven a goodly commodity being taken up by these men's bills.
A commodity in question, I warrant you. Come, we'll obey you.
Good Ursula, come and wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I believe you.
And bid her come hither.
Well,
By my tug keeps. I'm not a Paul Scout.
Madam, withdraw. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, Don John, and all the gallants of the town have come to fetch you to church. Oh, wait! Oh, my body. Okay.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, we would have some confidence that concerns you nearly.
What is it, my good friends?
It is brief, I pray you. Well, I mean, if you really are wondering, good woman Burgess, she speaks a little off the matter, and old women, sir, no wits are not so blunt as cocktail. I would desire they were, but in vain, as honest as the skin between her brows.
Yes, I thank God that I am as honest as any man. That is an old man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odious, neighbor Burgess.
My friend, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor duke's officers. Oh, but truly from my own heart, if I were as tedious as a king, I could find in my heart to bestow it all of your worship.
All your tediousness on me?
Oh, yeah. Yes, for I hear as good exclamation on your worship as of any man in the city, and though I be but a poor woman, I am glad to hear it.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Marry, sir, our watch last night, accepting your worship's presence, have taken a couple of serenades as everything seems.
Oh, good old woman, sir, she will be talking.
Oh, as they say, when the age is in, the wit is out.
God help us in this old world, you see. Listen, if ain't neighborhood, and two men ride a horse, one must ride behind. Oh, sir, in faith, by my trump, she is, as ever broke bread, but God is to be worshipped. All men are not like. Perhaps good neighbor.
Indeed. She comes too short of you.
Gives that God gives.
I have to go.
Oh, sir, our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 3, 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take the examination yourself
No.
and bring it unto me. For as you can see, I am a great guest.
It shall be thus.
Fare you well.
Oh, good neighbor, go. Get you to Francis Seacombe. Bid her bring her pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We shall spare for no wit, I warrant you. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail.
Come, Sire Francis, be brief, only to the plain form of marriage, and count the particular duties afterward. You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No.
He comes to be married to her. Friar, you come to marry him. Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you should know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count? I dare make his answer for him. None.
For what men dare do, what men may do, what men daily do, not knowing what they do. Stand me by, friar. Father, by your leave, do you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
What have I to give you back, whose worth may counterplay so rich and precious a gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, who learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo, take her back again. Give not this wine unless she your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her
But what authority can cutting sin cover withal? Comes not this blood as modest evidence of simple virtue? Would you not say, all you that see her, that you are made by these outward shows? But she is none. The blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you in your own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity.
I know what you would say. I have known her that she did embrace me like a husband, and so extenuate beforehand sin. No, Leonardo, never tempted her with word too large. But as a brother to his sister, show bashful sincerity and homely love.
Seems I ever otherwise to you.
Oh, they see me! I'll ride against it! You seem to me as chaste as the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus, or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
My lord, both that he does speak so wide.
Sweet prince, why speak you not?
Why should I speak? I stand in dishonor that I've gone to link my friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
Leonardo, stand I not here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this fate's hero? Are not our eyes our own?
All this is so, my lord, but what of this?
And let me move one question to your daughter. By that fatherly and kindly power that you possess, and our bitter answer truly.
I charge thee do so, as thou art my child.
Practice then, be how it be said. What kind of catechizing call you this?
Make you answer truly to your name.
Is it not a hero who can blot at me with any just reproach?
Mary, that king, hero! Hero itself can blot out hero's name. When man was he that talked with you yesterday night outside your window, betwixt 12 and 1. If you are a maid, answer to this.
He talks with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then you are no maiden. Leonardo, I'm sorry you must hear, but upon my honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did hear her, see her, at that hour talk with the ruffians, who indeed, most like a liberal villain, have confessed the vile encounters they've had 8,000 times in secret.
Fine. They're not to be made, my lord. Not to be spoken of. There's not chastity enough in language, without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady. I am sorry for that much misgivings.
Oh, hero. What a hero thou hadst been. Half thy outward graces were thy thoughts and the contents of thy heart. Fare thee well, most foul. Most fair thou pure in piety and impious purity. For thee will I lock up the gates of love, and on thy eyelids shall conjecture hang, to turn all beauty, the thoughts of heart. Never shall be more gracious.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Why, how now, cousin? Wherefore sit you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light and smother her spirits up. How does the lady?
Till I think, hero.
Oh, fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover that could be wished for.
Why, how now, cousin?
Have come for thee. Dost thou look up? Yea, wherefore should she not? Wherefore? Why does not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she deny the story that is written in her blood? Do not live her up. Do not open thine eyes. For I thought thou wouldest not quickly die. For I thought thy spirits were greater than thy shames. Myself would strike as I lie. But mine, in mine I loved. In mine I praised. In mine I was proud upon. In mine that I myself was not mine. Valiant. Oh, she has fallen into a pit of ink that the wide sea hath dropped too few to cleanse her, and salt too little to season her foul tainted flesh.
Sir, be patient. For myself, I am so tired with one night, I'm not what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my husband be lied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow this last night?
No, truly not. Although I have this 12 months been her bedfellow.
Confirm and wash it with tears? Hence from here. Do not let her come here.
Hear me a little, for I have only been silent so long, and given way to this course of fortune. I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start to her face, 1,000 innocent shames, and angel whiteness beat away those blushes, and in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the airs that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool, trust not my reading nor my observations, with which experience will seal to form the tenor of my day. Trust not my reverence, calling nor divinity, if this sweet lady light not your guiltless under some biting error.
Friar, this cannot be. She denies it not. Why seekest thou to cover that which here appears in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me. I know none. For I know more of any man alive than that which maiden's modesty doth warrant, and all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my Father, prove you that any man with me converse an hour of me, and that yesterday I may take the change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprision in the princes.
Two of them have the very best of honor, and if their wisdom be misled in this, the practice of it lies in John the Bastard, whose spirit toils in frame's ability.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands will tear her. If they wrong her honor, the proudest of them will know. For time hath not yet so dried this blood of mine, nor age eat up my invention. They will find awakened in such a crime, both strength in limb and policy in mind, to quit me of them thoroughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess, left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Mary, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good, but on this travail look for greater hurt. She dying, as it must be so maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination, and every lovely organ of her life shall come apparel in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, full of life into the eye prospect of his soul than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn and wish he had not so accused her. Let this be so, and doubt not but success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay it down in likelihood. And if it sort not well, you may conceal her in some reclusive and religious life, out of all eyes, tongues, minds, and injuries.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you. And though you know my inwardness and love are very much unto the prince and Claudio, yet, by mine honor, I will deal as secretly and quietly in this as your soul should believe.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest of time shall leave me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day perhaps is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Have you wept all this while?
Yes, senor. And I will weep a while longer.
Will not desire that.
You have no reason to. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is that not strange?
It were strange for me to say that I love nothing in the world so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor deny nothing. I am sorry for my torso.
But my sworn Drusilla.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me and make him eat it. That says I will not do.
Will you not eat your words?
With no sauce that can be divided to it. I protest.
and fight with thine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not proved in the height of a villain that has slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man, I would take her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered rancor, in mitigated slander. Oh, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me.
Talk of the man out of window, a proper saying. Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties, princely testimonies, sweet count. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had a friend who would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curtsies, in compliment into valor, and men are turned into tongues, and true ones too. He's as valiant as Hercules, though he tells a lie and swears by it. Therefore, I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die a woman of grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice. By this hand, I love it.
Use my love for some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that the Count hath wronged here?
As sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Nothing. I'm engaged. I will challenge you. I'll kiss your hand. So I do. By this hand, the Count shall render me a dear account. As you hear me so think of me, I must say, your cousin is dead.
Is all assembly appeared?
Which be the malefactor?
Oh, Mary, that I and my partner.
Yea, that is certain. We have an exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined?
Oh,
Let them come before Master Constable.
Mary, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Braccio.
Yours, lady.
I am a gentlewoman, and my name is Conrad.
Write down gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, ma'am.
We hope.
Write down. Oh, they serve God and write God first. For God defend, but God should go before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Mary, they say we are none.
A marvelous witty woman, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come you hither, sirrah, a word in your ear. So, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Oh, well, stand aside, for God, they are both in a tale. Have you written down there none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. How was the watch that I had into?
Mary, that is the evidence for it. Let the watch come forward. Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John Villain. Ooh. 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 What is this plan? Perjury to call a prince's brother villain.
Master Constable.
Oh, ravey fellow, hiss. I do not like thy look. I promise.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
That burglary as ever was committed.
Yea, by mass, that it is.
Leonatos. I will go before and show him their examination.
Come, let them be opinions. Let them be in the hand.
Off, coxcomb.
God's my life! Where's the sexton? Let her write down the prince's officer, coxcomb. Come, find them. Thou not farthing.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that ye were here to write me down an ass. Oh, but masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it not be written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. Oh, business, thou art full of piety, shall be proved upon you by good witness. I am a wise woman, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any is in Messina. And one that knows the law go to, and a rich woman enough to go to, and one that hath 2 gowns and everything handsome about her. Bring them away. Whoa. Oh, that I had been written down an ass.
If you want that, you will kill yourself. I pray thee cease thy counsel, which falls into mine ears as profitless.
But no comforter delight in mine ear, but such a one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy ever so overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of peace. But there is no such man. For brother, men may counsel and speak to that grief that they themselves not know, but tasting it, their counsel turns to passion. No, 'tis all man's office to speak patience to those who reign under the load of sorrow. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisements.
There are men from children, nothing different.
I pray thee peace. I will be flesh and blood. There hath not yet been a philosopher who endured the toothache patiently. But they have written the style of God is made to push it chance and suck.
Yet bid not all harm against yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There, thou speakest reason. I will do so. That shall Claudio know, and the prince know, and all who thus dishonor her.
Here comes the prince of Claudio, please.
Goody. Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste, my lords. Well, fare you well, my lords. Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If one could rank himself with court, some of us would lie in what? Who wrongs him?
Thou wrongs me, thou dissembler, thou. Nay, do not put thy hand on thy sword. I fear you not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear, and bake my hand that nothing to my sword.
Tush, man! Do not speak as some fool, nor daughter, as an underprivileged age as a youth, to brag of what I would do when I were young, or what would do were I not old. Know this, Claudio. You have so wronged my innocent child in me that I am forced to lay my reverence by. And with these gray hairs do challenge thee to trial of a man. Thou hast killed my innocent child. Thy slander has gone through and through her heart. She lies buried with her ancestors, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy.
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I will prove it on his body, despite his nice fence, his active practice, his May of youth, or bloom of lustihood.
Oh, well, what have to do with you?
Me, boy! Thou hast killed my child! If thou killest
old men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother, what thinkest thou?
In false quarrel there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
We've been up and down to seek thee, but we are high-proof melancholy with fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side? Art thou an honest man? He looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What? Courage, man. What though care kill the cat? Thou hast battle enough in thee to kill care.
I will meet thee in the career you charged against me. I pray you, choose another subject.
Nay, give him another staff. This last one is broke cross.
By this life he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
Well, if you would say something in my ear, for it seems as if you came here to talk to me.
Maybe good when you dare, with what you dare, how you dare. You will do me right, or I will prepare you as a coward. You have killed a sweet and innocent lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you.
Well, I will lead you, so I may have good cheer.
What? Feast? Feast?
In faith, I thank him. He hath invited me to a calf's head and a capon, the which, if I do not carve most curiously, say my nice not. Shall I find a woodcock, too?
Sir, your wit handles well. Goes easily.
I saw the features which I was here today. I said the house a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. Nay, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great gross one. Nay, said I, the gentleman hath come. That I believe, said she, for he swore something to me on Monday that he forswore to me on Tuesday. There's a double tongue. There are two tongues. Thus, in an hour, she translated all that continued of virtues. Yet, she concluded with a sigh that thou wast the properest man in all of Italy.
After the which, she left heartily and said she cared not.
Yea, that she did. Yet, if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly.
All, and moreover, God saw him when he was in the garden.
But when shall we set the savage bull's horns in the sensible Benedict's head?
Yea, and text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Boy, you know my mind. I'll leave you to your gossip-like humor, which God be thanked first on. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother the bastard has fled, and among you killed a sweet and innocent lady, and her death shall fall heavy. As for my lord Blackbeard here, he and I shall meet, and until then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
And most in profound earnest, I'll warrant you, with the love of Beatrice.
And hath he challenged thee?
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing is a man when he goes in his hose and doublet and leaves off his wits. But soft, let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad. Did you not say my brother's fled?
Look on you, sir, if justice cannot tame you, she shall ne'er weigh more reason in her balance, and though you be a cursing him once, you must be looked to.
How now, two of my brother's men, Braccio one.
Hearken after her offense, my lord.
Officers, what have these men done?
Oh, Mary, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanderers. Sixth and lastly, they have belied the lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask what they have done. Thirdly, I ask who their offense is. Sixth, and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude what you lay to their charge. Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound by your answer? This learned constable is too well. Honey, be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, let me go no further than to my answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms cannot discover. What these shallow fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this woman how Don John, your brother, incensed on me to slander on the lady hero. How you were brought to the orchard and saw me court Margaret in hero's garments. How you disgraced her when you should have married her. My villainy is upon their record, which I'd rather seal upon my death than repeat over my shame. The girl is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation. And briefly, I desire none but the reward of such villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood.
I've drunk poison while you uttered it.
But did my brother set me to this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
He is framed of treachery and has fled on his villainy.
Sweet hero. Now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By this time, our section hath informed Signor Leonato of the matter. But masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve that I am an ass. Here comes Signor Leonato and the sexton too.
Which of these is the villain? And you see their eyes, that when I note another person like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
Oh, your brother, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of bondwomen. A third has fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with thy high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose you revenge yourself, impose on me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not but in mistake you.
Yea, nor I. Yet, to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, possess to the people here in Messina how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb, and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow, come you to my house. And since you cannot be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost a copy of the child that my child that is dead. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Your overkindness does wring tears for me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose of henceforth of the poor Claudio.
Tomorrow I will expect you. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be crossed with Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew what she did when she spoke to me, but has always been just and virtuous in anything I do know by her.
Marry, sir, though it not be written down in white or black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in your punishment.
I thank thee for thy cares and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverent youth, and I praise God for you. Oh, God save the foundation.
Go, I discharge you of these, and thank thee for thy pains.
I leave an errant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God keep your worship, I wish your worship well. God
Wouldst thou come when I call thee, sweet Beatrice?
And depart when you bid me, Signor.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then is spoken. Very well now. Yet, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what has passed between you and Claudio.
None but foul word, and thereupon no peace.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath no whisper. Therefore, I will part unkissed.
Your wit is so powerful, break the word out of its right sense. But I must tell you plainly. Claudio undergoes my challenge, and I will either subscribe him a coward or hear from him shortly. And now, I pray thee tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit which good parts to intermingle with them. But for which of my many good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love? I suffer love indeed, for I will be against my will.
In spite of thy heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours. For I will not love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to live peaceably. And now, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill.
Serve God, love me, and men. There will I leave you two, for here comes one in haste.
Madam, you must come to your uncle. Yonder holds coil at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio blindly abused, and Don Juan is the author of all, who is fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Signor, will you come to hear this news?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy night. Moreover, I'll go with thee tonight.
Did I not tell you she was innocent? So are the prince and Claudio, accused by the same error you heard that they did. So did Margaret, although against her will, as it appears in the true course of that question.
Well, I'm glad all things worked so well.
And so am I, being else by faith enforced calling Claudio to reckoning for it.
Well, daughter, and gentlewoman all, withdraw to your chambers, and when I call for you, come hither next. Brother, you know your office. You must be the father to your brother's daughter.
Which I will do with confounded confidence.
Friar, most entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
Make me, or unto me, one of them. Signor Leonato, truth it is, good signor, your niece does regard me with an eye of favor. That I, my daughter, lent her, 'tis most true. And I do with an eye of love required.
The sight thereof you did get from me, and from Claudio, and from the prince. But what's your will with it?
Your answer, sir, is mostly enigmatical, but for my part, my will is your goodwill to stand with us this day we can join the honorable state marriage. For which, Friar, I shall need your help.
My heart is of dear liking, and my help. Here comes the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Claudio. Good morrow, Prince. We here attend you if you are still planning to marry
your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you will have me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certain. One hero died wild, but I do live. And truly as I live, I am amazing.
Former hero, hero that is dead.
She died, my lord, whilst her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify, when that after the holy rites have ended, I shall tell you largely a fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
Soft affair, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why no? Oh, no other reason.
Then your uncle and the Prince and Claudio have been much deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
No, no more than reason.
Why then my cousin, Ursula and Margaret, are much deceived, but they swore you did.
They swore you were sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
Just no such thing. Then, you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, niece, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
Now we swear upon that he loves her. For here is a paper written in his own hand. Sonnets of his own pure brain fashioned to Beatrice.
Excuse me, brother.
No.
A miracle. Here's our hands against our hearts. I will have thee, but by this light, I take thee for bidden.
I will not deny you by this good day, for I lead upon great persuasion, partly to save your life. For I heard you in a great consumption.
How dost thou, Benedict, a merry man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. College of Whitcrackers cannot flatten me out of my concern. In short, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose the world can bring against it, and therefore, never plot at me for what I have said against marriage. For man is a giddy thing.